Hi everyone, I am Tara, aka Spirit Mother. I'd like to welcome you all back to my channel, Spirit to Spirit, Teachings of Going Within Self on YouTube, 1974 Like Soul on my TikTok, and if you're watching me live on my Facebook. Today I'm going to be talking about rape, sexual assault, molestation, and other brutal crimes. I'm going to base more on the sexual aspect of it because recently to my attention of someone that I briefly know. They are being charged for luring children, even internationally. So it hit home for me, and I had voiced concerns with regards to different things I wasn't comfortable around the person. I mean, 11 on the clock as I say this, because I had experiences myself with regards to rape. Basically, when I was 9, and it was statutory rape when I was 13, and other sexual offenses against me and what have you. I'm over them, but when I do, when I talk about them, I know that I'm experiencing it feeling others, because a lot of people don't want to speak up about sex offenses that have been made on them for fear of being ridiculed or being blamed. Because I know, it's like sometimes we tend to be the ones blamed for it by either our appearance or the way we acted or what have you, which is so wrong. Now, the justice system, in many cases, and it's coming forward now. I was watching a video on TikTok with regards to one of the government officials coming out and saying about a sex offender, somebody who had been, like other people who have been charged with brutal murders and killings and what have you, and they're being released, or they're being put in like minimum security, or they're being put in with other ones the same as them. I know, when I was raped at 9, it was by a family member, someone I knew, and they were kind of looking after me. And it wasn't until a year later that my parents found out, and it wasn't because I told them. I had told a family member, and a year later, that's when things come out. And my dad was going to, my dad went to hurt him, and he was told, somebody come along and told him no, and I don't care if my family doesn't like me talking about this. That's too bad. These are things that need to be brought out so that other people can understand that they're not alone, that it happens a lot. And basically, they're trying to shut me off right now because they feel humiliated. People feel humiliated by others coming forward because it goes against the family, because it did go against my family. It caused a lot of turmoil within the family, not like within the family. Kind of as a whole, not kind of, it was as a whole. I was basically ridiculed and said that me and my sisters, we were just little tramps and sluts. And I was 9. And he was told to take it to court, have him charged. And charged, and he was 19, raped me when I was 9. He got 2 years probation and had to see a psychiatrist. Roughly 7 years later, he went and he was caught in the midst of getting ready to do it again towards another relative of mine. And to my knowledge, he never got charged for that. And I always had a fear whenever he came around. I didn't want to be around. And that's a big reason why I left home at the age of 15. just after I had my oldest son, because I was at home and they were bringing him there and I wasn't comfortable. And this one night I looked out on the clothesline and I had a red shirt, exactly the same as what he was wearing the night that he did it to me. I left home. But before I got pregnant, we were living in we were living somewhere, and I was babysitting for this man. It was actually for his friend, and he got me to babysit for his friend, and then went out. He was 21 and I was 13, and he come home early, and he lured me downstairs, and I can remember his room. He collected a lot of memorabilia, like a lot of sports memorabilia, and he took off my clothes, and there was blood everywhere. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell my parents. I told my friends, but I didn't tell my family. I have crying right now. And a week or two later, wanted me to race again. And I did. Like I just, you just you don't get it. And he came home early again that night, and he got on top of me. And I pushed him off, and I left. But I still didn't tell anyone. And in 2011, I found out that he was being charged for 4 counts of sexual molestation and allegations of, like, within a computer, of child pornography. I have the article right here. It was in the Metro. Cole Harbour man charged with sexually assaulting teen. And I also have another part of it. It went on X or Twitter or whatever the heck they call it. And I'll read that. But this is what it said. A 44-year-old man, Cole Harbour, a 44-year-old Cole Harbour man is facing several charges, including sexual assault against a female under the age of 16. Halifax police say James Ping Wong is facing a total of 4 charges: sexual assault, sexual interference, luring a child via a computer, and possession of child pornography. Spokesman, that has the name, said the 15-year-old victim and the man charged are known to each other. Well, when I found out, it was because there was a young girl and she was babysitting for him. It was the same boy. And I ended up, like, going to court and seeing her because I went to the police and I finally told them that he was one of the ones that did that to me. I had to, like, point him out, and I told the story. I told him, like, what was in the ring, everything like that. And it was very difficult. And this wasn't until years later. It's alleged the incident took place in that August. This article was February 14th, 2011. A complaint was brought forth by a person who knew the victim, and the constable said, police say officers searched the victim's home and seized several items, including a computer which allegedly contained pornographic images of children. Now, he was charged and he was sentenced, okay? Because I kept track of it. From what I understood, he got 2 years for it. And second, please. James Ping Wong. On Scotia Web on Twitter. We had it right there. James Ping Wong of Cole Harbour, charged with sexual assault, luring, and possession of child pornography. Okay? Now, I'm also going to show you something else. Okay? Because I had posted something back then, and I have the date. Give me 1 second. They did, yep. James Ping Wong. See, the thing wants to mess with me right now. The Matrix. Because I had made a post. Oh, no. There it is. Okay. You look at the top. Okay. I had posted something on February 28th, 2012, because that's when I went into court. And then on January 8th of 2017, I went in to sexoffender.sanc.ca, and I got a site which has James Ping Wong sex offender database. Now, when I press on sex offender database, that's what comes up now. And when I go in and I search, Nova Scotia Sex Offender Registry. Okay, Canada Justice Law's website. It takes me to Sex Offender Information Act. Okay, that's the one we're looking at. But when I put his name in there, it doesn't come up. Which is really strange because it had been. And it's a part of why is it no longer there? Yes, I just heard because they're fucking with it. Yes, they are. I will agree with you. What I'm talking about is that they well, it's saying there 52, but there's nothing in here with regards to. It says don't include personal information, okay, and it says 52 search results for James Ping Wong. It has nothing in there with regards to him. If you want to come in and say to me, what's my point? Go away. Because people don't need people like you coming in when they're putting something out that's very deep. Well, if you think I'm not talking about nothing, then you might want to go away. This is the spirit to spirit. Because I know it's the spirit, the part, the one that wants to try to shut me down to this. Because there's a lot of people that have been molested, raped, sexually assaulted, brutal crimes. I even know of a brutal crime that took place very close to home, too. Not just from my childhood, but one that happened, like things that happened where I am now. Okay? When it happened from where I'm from, it was a young man who had a lot of mental health issues because he was experiencing schizophrenia, psychosis, what have you. And it was on a very deep level. And they were given a medication he would take, he would go off it. And a week before, he brutally killed and murdered his own grandparents and his mother. He threatened his mother. He was gonna burn down her home. So the day that it happened, my sister was a witness to the guy like rushing away, but she didn't know what was going on until she drove by. The guy went to his cabin that he was staying at in his grandparents' place. He had no running water or anything. And my sister seen him storming up towards the house. He had a backpack. And he had weapons inside of it. He bludgeoned his family and stabbed them to death. Then set his mother on fire and the house on fire. They put him in jail. I think he was in jail for roughly 2 years. They put him in housing. It wasn't long after that. Destroyed his family. The justice system does not help the people. The justice system goes so lenient on people like that, and then they say that they don't. Horseshit, they do. And right now, I know that, like, you're trying to affect my algorithms because you don't want this getting out there because it goes against, our prime minister. Look at stuff that's going on there. I believe that there should be strong sentences, but put in there and helped. They're doing it for a reason. It's happening. I'm not making excuses for them because there's no excuses to be made. Our systems are allowing this to continue because maybe because some of them are one themselves. And that's why they want to go so lenient on these people. They put them back out and then they reoffend and reoffend and reoffend. It's like, maybe there should be citizens arrest. And I know that they're affecting my algorithms because I can see it right there. Because there are 8 billion people in this world. There are shit piles of people on YouTube, shit piles of people on TikTok, shit piles of people on Facebook, and I am open to it all. It's because they're afraid. So I want to see more and more people stepping forward, not lying about what's happening because you're pissed off at somebody. I want to see more and more people come forward telling their story of what happened to them and nothing happened to their victimizer, to the person that hurt them or hurt their family members, and they got basically a slap on the wrist. See, I know who is affecting my algorithm because when I told them that it wasn't on there anymore, they were like, well, no, it's got to be. Look deeper. They can't just take it off. Well, wait a minute. No, they're not supposed to be allowed to take it off. But hey, hasn't our like been doing stuff like that already? Because I know that I may not see people in here watching, but I know there are shit piles. And like the same person that said this to me, when they were younger, they were molested because they told me, and they hit the person with a glass bottle. And I know it wasn't the first time that this stuff happened to them. And I know that they're affecting what's going on right now. And it's like, seriously? Like, we look to these big higher ups. And do you notice that there's a lot coming out about these people, not only within the government, but within the acting industry, the music industry, and what have you? And those are the fuckers you look up to. Seriously. Those are the fuckers you look up to. What's your problem? Seriously, why are you looking up to these people? Why do you want to be like these people? You have no fucking idea what they're doing. It's like, fuck, man. Like, I read about, like, with regards to citizens' arrest. Leave it up to the police. Leave it up to the police. Like, seriously, people should be able to arrest these people. If these people want to say, we're going to put our life on the line for other people, we're not going to wait for a system to do it for us. It's not about like brutally beating somebody because of something. As much as we want to, that's like, it should be the people. Because we're even finding out that judges, people in the justice system, whether they be lawyers or judges or what have you, do you know how much they're being fucking bought to keep their trap shut? And if something happens to someone, if somebody gets raped or molested or beat or anything like that, and they retaliate on these people, who gets fucking charged for it? The victim. The victim gets charged. How is that fucking right? How is it right that the victim gets charged for protecting themselves, for becoming so fucking pissed off that somebody did that to them? justice system is rigged. The systems are rigged. It's not rigged for the people. You know, they say we're playing a fucking game. We're playing a game. The systems are rigging it. They're using cheats. They're hiding it all. Like, seriously, how did a sex offender get off of the sex offender registry? I'd like to know. And I searched on my phone, I searched on my tablet, I searched on my computer, and the same fucking thing. It's not there. Even when you look this person up, I get one thing, and it's hardly anything. But yet you go on and you search my fucking name, and a court docket comes up about me going through a court of appeal with regards to fucking child support. With regards to my case, having my child fucking taken from me because of a system using shit against me. My mental health, my spirituality, my marital status, because I couldn't have kids no more. What the fuck's the problem? I'm a Generation X, people. But I'm not like gonna say about, oh yeah, I'm proud because I fucking drink, man. No, it's not about that. They're fucking hurting our kids. They're hurting us because they're not doing what they're getting paid to do. Somebody wants to come in here and tell me I'm an angry person. You're fucking right I am because I'm fed up with it. Kids will tell their parents, and the parents don't fucking believe them. What's wrong with you? You wonder why your kids are fucked up. There's fucking shit going on all over the place with regards to this. The parents are standing up, and you fucking government people are telling people, oh, you're fucking racist. You're the fucking racist bastards. And you're making it like it's the people. Ain't nothing wrong with the people. It's what's wrong with you. You're fucking power hungry. You don't give two shits about the people. It's disgusting and it's despicable. You want fucking love and light? Here's your love and light. This is what love is. And light is putting you fuckers in the spotlight that you don't want to be in. You just want to sit on your fucking pedestals. Yes, I am spit. You just want to sit on the fucking pedestals that you put yourself on. And you fucking do criminal activities and you blame it on the people. Right here. Right now, I feel like this is not just me. This is the fucking collective, man. I'm not feeling humiliated. I'm pretty fucking proud of myself because I have the ovaries. I even watched about our military. I wrote something down. Where the there's a lot of talk about going to send the military out after the people. Well, you know, I'm going to say it. The fucking military, you work for the people. You don't work for the government. You work for the fucking people. The military works for the people, not the government. If they hurt the people, in any way because their government tells them to. They're in violation and they are committing crimes against humanity. Well, wait a minute. The government's committing crimes against the military people and civilians because military people are still civilians. They just got to sign a fucking piece of paper to say that they're going to shut their mouth and they're not going to tell what the fucking dirty bastards in the government are actually doing. Because they feel they have fear that they're going to lose everything. And the ones that do speak up, they are. So if you're in the military, you work for the people. Why are you fucking going like this to the people when the people are walking hand in hand saying, we're not taking this fucking shit no more? Seriously. You're supposed to be for the people. Every fucking one of you. People like myself, we're on the front lines. We're the ones looking like the fucking asshole troublemakers when we're not the asshole troublemakers. We're the ones that are standing up and saying, we ain't gonna fucking take it no more. Fucking do what you're supposed to be doing. But you're not because, you're probably fucking the little children yourself. But you don't want your dirty secrets to come out. So you use the military to protect your dirty fucking secrets. But you like to throw shade on people. And then the ones that are fucking hurting people, raping our kids, molesting our children, even if it's in the home, there's nothing really done. But if somebody takes matters into their own hands, what happens? They go to jail, they get prosecuted. Meanwhile, these fuckers are let free. And I'm saying fuckers right now because if they keep repeating, yeah, you do need to be in jail. Because you need heavy duty counsel. You need help. They need to find like idiots. I don't know why the fuck they keep doing this. And it's not always because of narcissistic behavior. It's because of their own fucking upbringing. And that's the problem. Stop relying on a fucking system to raise your kids. Serious fucking like, holy shit, man. I watched a video, I think it was yesterday on TikTok. A man that was in the military. He was crying because he had just woken up and found out what was really fucking going on. And when somebody puts women front line, it's because, you're scared of what they're going to come back. But it's not just women, it's feminine. And it's supposed to be the masculine who stands up. People have anger and rage. I had somebody tell me today, oh, you're fucking raging. You're fucking right, I'm raging. I guess I learned from the fucking best, didn't I? Because that's all you ever did to me was rage. And then tells me, don't worry about it, about somebody hitting me, that I deserved it. Like, fucking seriously? What? I deserve to be hit? I deserve to have something happen to me because I stand up? Is it good to that? I like your voice, Your voice is where the power is. It's not fist fighting or anything like that, because that just creates power. It's your voice. It's speaking up. It's coming on and telling your story. To get it out there so the world can fucking wake up and see the dirt. See the true criminal activity. Because what you're dealing with is fucking organized crime. And the organized crime is in your systems. And I'll say it again, sins. The real sins. Systems integrated into society. This is good tutorial. When are you going to see that? When are we going to fucking really wake up and take action? I hear people all the time saying about stuff and everything like that. But will they fucking speak up? No. But to bitch about it, they'll sit in front of their TV and they'll fucking bitch about what's going on or what they see to be going on. But they tell other people if they had a fucking off. They won't do what counts. They won't do what matters most, and that's using your voice and speaking out. Bellow at the top of your lungs. Bellow out off the fucking hill. Think of it this way: if they kill you, well, we're just gonna keep coming back because we'll find a way. We're here to help break people free. To see that, you can actually heal yourself if you get the fucking systems right, because then you have the ability to heal, because then they're not on your back and keeping you fucking dumbed down, thinking that you are nothing when you are something. You are something great. And they're afraid of you. And that's why they want to get in your face. That's why they want to turn you against one another. They're the enemy. We're not the enemy to each other. They're the ones promoting fear. They're the ones promoting propaganda. I did the digging, and for the past while, I just kind of sometimes I just sit back, but when something comes in front of me and it sparks me, it's like, fuck that. And if I got a foul mouth on me, well, I guess that's a piece of the masculine and the feminine coming together and saying, we've had enough. We're over. We're going to hold hand in hand. And we're going to fucking come together. Walk together. Because it's that part of we are one alone, but we are one fucking mighty rock together. It's not about beating on one another. It's about actually seeing what it is that's causing us to want to beat on each other. Or want to cause bodily harm. Or want to throw hate on one another. Or want to wish ill on other people. It's the system that created things. I think your prime minister wasn't fucking coming out. Like shit, man, they got protests going on all over right now. They're not shutting it down. Why did they shut the people coming together with regards to the COVID stuff? Why did they shut those people down? Why? Because they didn't organize it. You know, I'm not stupid. I know they send men in at me. Like, I don't care. I will protect myself. But I know I don't have to use a weapon to do it. Because, like a physical weapon. Because my voice and my energy is the weapon. The love that I have. Do I come off as not being very loving? Well, if that's the way you think it is, then you really need to shake your head. Because whatever you're feeling from me, that's coming from my heart. That's coming from everyone's heart. I want people to start, I want to see people come on and tell their story, not brag because they're fucking drinking. We're here to protect our kids. Kids are telling us, our kids are taking their own lives. Our kids are taking the lives of other children. It's your life. And you know who's to blame? Say it, and some of you don't like it because we won't see the truth. We rely on a system that's raising our children, hurting our children. They're not really. They're not. They're not. They're not raising them. They're conforming. Not only on other kids, but even on other family members. School system is trash. It teaches our kids nothing but division and anger. It's not even teaching the right stuff. Now, none of it's right. It's only done to fit their agenda. If you go back and you look way back, Billy Carson, Terrence Howard, Nikola Tesla, Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, Morris Cannon, the true ones that are here to bring truth forward. Feel for the teachers in our school because, they're only going by a book. They're only going by what they're taught. So that's not their fault. But, when you start realizing of what's going on, and somebody tell me that they're like you, the history teacher, but your fucking history. Right? And, I don't have to go look up a bunch of shit. I can tell by energy. I can feel it. People are talking. People are bringing things forward. I can tell from the energy. I can tell when you're bringing truth forward because I feel it. Because we are that truth. We are the myth. Because myth is my truth. I'll say it, Justin Trudeau. You may have woken people up, but you are no leader. One who's caused division. actions where their mouth is. Because your government does need to be downsized because, so much money going into the government officials, they're all giving themselves raises. Their media. But people already know that. But what do? You still sit in front of your phone and watch your news, don't you? And you say about like untaking, killing, and letting die, and there's a lot of theory in there. Well, you know what? Conspiracy theory is a fucking theory. Why is it a conspiracy? It's still a fucking theory. What? Because it doesn't fit your agenda, so it's a conspiracy? Nikola Tesla, oh, that's a bad scientist. The real scientists that don't look to get butt. They get condemned. They get laughed at from their coworkers, because their coworkers don't want to look past the fucking book or read between the lines. See things for what it really is. Because, if you see things for what it really is, then that means you gotta go against you gotta go against the system. And you think the systems are bigger than you. I'm here to tell you, they're not. They just lead you thinking that they are. They're not your God. They're not your savior. We're gonna be the ones to save ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. We are the saviors. Everyone that speaks up, that doesn't worry about what they're going to lose. You lose, you're standing up, it will come back to you tenfold. What you lost, you're going to get back. It may seem like a bumpy ride. But your voice is your power. Your voice comes from love. You stand up and you know your truth. It's part of the empowerment, self-empowerment. That's the self-empowerment. Taking your power back from the systems. Because they have nothing without us. We pay them. Not the other way around. And some people go on to say, like people like myself go on to systems, or disability or what have you. Now don't fucking walk me. You got no fucking clue. And just so you know, people, I know some of you that like to throw shade on people like myself for being on the systems, and you guys were fucking on it yourself. So you're a fucking hypocrite. Maybe everyone just needs to quit their job and go on assistance. I just heard what you think. These people are going on trips on your tax dollars and then telling you that they don't have the money for this, they don't have the money for that. They don't put money into your justice system. They don't put money into your medical system, your educational system. Which the educational system, the medical system, the justice system, that's just a bunch of shit anyways. Because it's not for the people. It's still for the fucking pocketbook. Most things are privatized. So, people go to jail. Hey, we're gonna make people commit crimes so we can put them in jail because it's fucking profitable, man. Seriously. Like I want to say, like there's certain things that come out, people go to dig to find out what's really going on, and then they're told, oh, it's a conspiracy theory because it's not your mainstream media. Oh man, you go on your news, you get 1 or 2 minutes, and then they only give like what they want. I was on CBC News back in like 2012, I think it was, because of epilepsy, because the power meter thing on my house that I was living in, it blew. I didn't have power for like, I don't know how long it was. So when I didn't have power, I didn't even have a fucking phone. So I called the media, and then they only took bits and pieces. They didn't bring forward the whole story because it was like a 2 or 3 hour interview. And they took that 2 or 3 hour interview and they put it into a 2 minute segment. If that, I could even like go on and show you. If I don't read your comments, well, I'm focused right now, and I also know that the Matrix system would try to send in their cronies, their minions. Had me pose like I was on the phone, okay? Picture of me sitting there, and this is what it says over the 2 hour video. An epileptic woman from where I'm from says she was shocked to learn that a lengthy power outage could disable her Eastlink phone connection. I, myself, signed the Eastlink phone service earlier this year. When an electrical problem at my rent house caused the power outage Sunday, she didn't think twice about her phone. She said she was shocked to discover it was no longer working on. I started to panic, myself said. With her epilepsy, she takes several pills a day and said she needs a constant, reliable line in case of a seizure. When she called Eastlink, she discovered that it has a backup battery power source that lasts between 8 to 12 hours. Eastlink said it's an industry standard that addresses 99.95% of all power outages. But I says it's that other small percentage that worries me. It's just not feasible. And it's not feasible for other people in my situation or disabled people. And I don't even know if other people are aware of it. Jill, the person for Eastlink, said she's not sure new customers are made aware that their home service is powered by electricity. Lang said they do their best to educate customers about their products, and their fiber network is one of the most reliable in North America. Okay, so there's like what it is. That's another part of the system. You pay big dollars, and we've been having a lot of power outages. We've even had power loss for a week, 2 weeks. So after 8 to 12 hours, the battery goes dead, so people don't have a phone. My videos, my lives go where they go. If this is where I'm being directed, then spirit is directing me here. My channel's not for everybody. I didn't invite you in here. You decided to come in. What I'm saying is the systems don't work in any way. We have our kids going with cell phones. People say because it's their lifeline. Whose lifeline is it? Is it the parents' lifeline to kids or the kids' lifeline to parents? Because in all honesty, kids never really wanted to be hooked to a phone. It's the parents. We want to know where our kids are all the time. And that's understandable. But see, the thing is, if we want our kids to be hooked to us all the time, then don't you think that it's time to do something about the fucking system? Because that's mainly why you want your kids attached to you. Because you actually have fear of the system. And the system is continuously allowing things to transpire because you're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be protecting people. They're supposed to be helping people. Um, in most cases, they're actually hurting people and stealing from people. People go and they report things and they get ignored. The truth is that that sex offender is no longer in there, and they were, but they're not there no more. Why? Like, fuck, we're not even allowed to come on here and speak any truth, because if we speak truth, well, oh, you're in violation. Because every time we do something, what do they do? We're going to make up a new law. Seriously? How about we make up a law? Get the fuck out. Because we tell you now, resign. We don't want you no more. No, this is people speaking and saying we don't want you. So if you want to kiss ass to a fucking government that's hurting your kids, you're part of the problem. You hurt me? See what you're doing. First time, you left me to die. Went for help. I even went a couple times to the hospital, and they hooked me up to the heart machine. 5 tries. Nothing. They got nothing. No response from the machine. I was telling them like I'm suffocating, like it feels like it's crushing. Because the muscles were so tight and hurting that they couldn't even get a reading. 5 times they tried getting the reading. And then they kept saying, oh, it's just a machine, it's a machine. So they got another machine. Same thing fucking happened. But what did they do? Oh, well, that's okay. It's like, seriously? I don't know how many times I got treated like a piece of shit. Because they know who I am. You're fucking right, they know who I am. They take a blood test when you're born. So they know who you are. Yeah. They want to kill people like myself because people like myself are a threat to their system. And they know it. People like myself, in some cases, we're what keeps them alive. But I stopped donating. rarely do anything. You notice that we pay taxes every time somebody buys a new car, they pay a tax on it. Then you buy that used car, you pay tax on it. And then you sell that car. It's a constant tax. Not only you're double, triple dipping, quadruple dipping on taxes. It's going towards things like this: our medical system, our justice system, our educational system. Why are we not educating our children to be brave enough to come forward and let us know when something's going on? Because the ones in power, the ones like a child comes forward and tells you that something's happening to them, what happens in most cases? Because they're fucking considered to be authority. They get believed. And then that's why our children don't tell us anything. That's why our children are going on and they're taking pictures. They're being lured by people. Not just strangers, but it's mostly like family are doing it. People in authority are doing it. And they're getting away with it because it is true. Birds of a feather flock together. Molesters hang out with molesters. Rapists hang out with rapists. Have you ever been raped by something you couldn't fucking see? Seriously. Do you think invisible cloaks real? Strange deaths, strange things happening. In 2020, I was raped by something I could not even fucking see. And then my ex-husband come in the house and fucking hollered at me because my pants were down past my hips. And my breasts were hanging out. And I was bawling. And I had been screaming for 2 fucking hours. And people were knocking on my door, but not one fucking person came in. I was fighting for my life. I was screaming bloody blue murder. But I'm fucking crazy. There was actual fucking cum inside me. And that may be a terrible word to say coming out of a woman. Yeah, I could have said semen. But I was told by somebody sometimes you just gotta speak their language. And semen just didn't seem strong enough. Don't like me? I don't care. This is for the sisters, the ones that run the system, the ones that protect the system. People that speak up. Kids that speak up. When people don't believe in what happens, it gets worse slow. Because the person doing it, the people doing it, say, oh, well, this kid's not going to be people. So we'll just keep doing it. Nice target. Hey, dude, or do that. This person, they don't get believed when somebody's fucking hurting you. When are people going to start standing up? When are people going to actually start speaking out, telling their own story so others can hear it? Don't be afraid to tell your story. Don't think you're going to be ridiculed or anything like that. Because when you are, that's from the ones that don't want the truth to come out, or it's the ones that are afraid to speak their own truth because they have fear of what's going to happen. The thing that's going to happen is and we find more and more people. That's where you're going to find your real help. Because you're going to help one another. Because you're going to be able to you're going to be able to understand one another. It's not about feeding off of one another's story. Because when you start, like you're no longer that little victim. You're a survivor. And when you become a survivor, it makes it easier to tell your story. It's not about worrying about whether your kids are going to see it or not. Maybe your kids need to see something. If our kids don't talk to us, well, one day they will. One day they will understand because we need to encourage our children to do the same thing. Speak up. Don't lie. Don't lie because you're angry with somebody. Speak up because you're being truthful. That person don't listen to you. Keep going until you find somebody that does hear you, that does listen to you, because they're out there. And the ones that listen are probably the ones that experience it themselves because there are more people out there than what most people realize they have experienced. You can't help but get older. We end up on the people that love us, the people that we hold most to our heart. We end up taking it out on them, and then we end up hating them because they're not doing anything about it, and they can't do something about something they don't know is going to talk to their children, talk to one another, because the world needs to know because they have no story to tell. Systems will try to shut you down. You're a piece of shit, but you're not. You're not. It's not that we're broken either. We've been so fucking lost. And when we find ourselves, that's how we come together to help each other find themselves. Because you released them. You allowed yourself to see it, to speak it. You holler if people don't want to hear it. Well, they don't have to watch you because I'm telling you right now, you speak your story, other people are going to hear it, and other people are going to hear it. That's okay. This has been going on for so long because we relied on they say it's God, Spirit. We are made in the image. And I'm not here to preach. I'm here to tell you you are the power and they know it. And that's why they keep making up these frivolous rules. I have loyalty to the people. I don't have loyalty to a system. 111, as I said that. Today is today. Usually every single way. I look through TikTok all the time, and I can feel people are being genuine, and they are being authentic. I was watching others that were doing this Generation X thing of helping people pay, and there were people coming on, and all they were doing was just giving service, lip service, because they wanted to fit in. So I just flipped through. I don't have time for fakeness. You can't just. It's not like when you're not being truthful to yourself. When you're not being truthful to me or others. I know it because I was there once myself, and I had to learn to realize that I was just being fake with myself. I wasn't what I was saying. Because I know my truth, and I know others have their truth, and I know others want to speak the truth because they want to fit in. Don't join something because you did something because you're not feeling it because you can actually relate to it. That's what real love is. That's what real truth is. That's what real compassion and understanding is. I'm done with fucking truths. I'm done with watching, getting enough of it on TV. But it's actually, it's telling us things, but we don't do it. And I feel a lot of hearts, and I know it goes deep, and I know a lot of families, they don't even talk about it. And we need to, because that's what family is. It's unity. There's drug addictions, households,
and many other addictions. It all stems from trauma. Or from not being heard. Suppress our pain. And when we do that, we come out in a different shows file. It tells you what's happening. As hard as it may be, you need about standing there in the room and being on the fucking okay. The door closed. And I found out was because the children, they were looking for something. They were looking for love. Something that showed them the love that they weren't receiving. I'm not going to come in here and recite a Bible or anything like that because you're not going to find your answers there. You're not going to find healing places, verses, or what have you. Healing's in that other stuff. That's not what's going to get you to God, whoever it is you're looking for, because it's you looking for yourself. And part of the spirit is you. Well, and that's why they want to suppress you in any way possible. They will literally send people in to kick you down. Nope, you're not getting up there. We're going to prevent you from getting a job because we don't like you. We don't want you getting out there. What happened during COVID? You know how many, like most likely how many rapes, molestations, sexual assaults took place? Brutal killings? Do you know how much of that took place during that period of time? Because they had everybody against each other. So how many of you on here experienced that time? And do you ever notice that the biggest majority of the time when that stuff takes place, it's due to an addiction? You know, the things, alcohol, you know, the liquor stores, all that, that's still open, but restaurants are closed. Seriously. Don't you think there's fucking something wrong with that? And the only reason why marijuana got legalized was because they could tax it. The reason they want to have control over marijuana, but then they want to go in some places and legalize really hard shit. I know a young fellow, he died from fentanyl. Known him since he was a baby. He died from fentanyl because he didn't have an easy upbringing. One of these schools, were exposed to so much. As of others that are exposed to so much.
Because I don't see it. It's not happening. Seriously. Thank you. It's when you hear and feel the screams within yourself, that's your inner child. That's your inner child. And protect it, because you are that inner child's mother. You are that inner child's father. You are that inner child. That is the Trinity. And the sooner we realize that, the faster we will heal. That part of your life from ourselves. Right now, I'm feeling someone's in shock. It's just like you're not. There. To everyone who feels like they're alone right now, you're not alone. That way. And if you get people saying ignorant stuff to you, tell them to go fuck off and look at themselves. It's not about taking shit. You can't really live and experience good things and not accept yourself and allow yourself to feel that pain. If you need to scream, scream. Use that child. Because when you let yourself feel, it's not about releasing the nerve nonsense. Tell you you feel a lot better. You feel more empowered and more in control of yourself.
the elephant in the room. There's an elephant in the room. It is large, squinting, squinting.
It is hard to get around it.
Yet we squeeze by with how are you and fine. Without other forms of trivial chatting. Tell people we're fine even when we're not fine. If we feel like others don't want to hear it. Well, you know what? Maybe they need to. That being said, I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting and willing to receive and accept. I want you all to be big, bold, brave. Most importantly, be yourself. Be your authentic self.